the words are going to go away. I think we're live. Okay, so we're live. So now I'm going to go. I got to figure this out. Okay, we're just gonna do what we always do, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I have got to go over here, and now let me ask you: okay, if you have any videos, send me the link. Okay, like with the music. If you don't,
two links on SoundCloud or 2 links on Dropbox, whatever you want.
No, I have those, but that's audio.
Yeah. We usually don't have video. It's only the SoundCloud.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Or the Spotify's that I gave you.
Yeah, I got them. I got those. I like this. There's 2 I like. Actually, let's wake everybody up. How about that? We'll wake everybody up with, and we'll get this right next time. Let me see here. Where did it go?
The beautiful thing is it
worked. I got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what happened is that yesterday when you told me that what is Agusti, and I just was packing my DJ sound system because we really give away everything. So I said, hey, I enjoy it during 7 years, the new DJ sound system. Now it's for my cousin that he's learning to DJ. So I really pack everything, and it was ready to pick up today to go to Barcelona, but finally the UPS did not pick up. But it was packed. But yeah. I felt when the moment that you say that, hey, we're gonna go tomorrow or the day after on the show, I said, oh, I can't sleep tonight, so I have to mix. And I was mixing all night, and it was so beautiful, and I felt so amazing, and catching that frequency in a journey, not in a DJ set, because I don't love the word DJ set. I love the journey.
Journey.
And right now it's the DJ sound system. It's ready on the package. So if not, the next time it could be the DJ sound system, and then you can see with the hands what I'm doing and explaining, and like where people are doing usually on Twitch, that it's more like one-to-one with multiple cameras and
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So what can happen? Yeah, what can happen is we can share the screen with or without. It doesn't even matter. Bottom line is we can put you on the screen with the webcam looking right at you with the sound of your computer, and that's it. You know, and actually we can go back and forth. I mean, I can do the screen, you can do the screen. I could, if you want to take a break or whatever. I mean, but we just make it up. Let's just make it up as we go. How about that? So, man, it's beautiful over there. I didn't know it was that nice over there. I thought Amsterdam was a decadent place with a bunch of people.
Right now, I'm in a special place, and it's interesting because the lady from Brazil, Carol, that is with us, I did something with her that also for the people from here, the Netherlands, they are not used to feel the difference of the energies in every neighborhood. So this area, it's what we are right now, it's the Koolhamer Quartier. It's a neighborhood on the north of Amsterdam. So there is the old Amsterdam, then there is the I River, then there is the north of Amsterdam, this is the new part. And this neighborhood, they want to completely make a project of housing. They are really have a big problem with housing. And we designed a whole project to redesign the neighborhood as a creative space.
Wow.
And energy here is really, really, really beautiful. It's really lighter. And we were living at the other side of the city in the Jewish neighborhood, and with the energy, it's really low. And that lady from Brazil say, Agusti, please give me, I want to have dinner in that place because the energy is nice and we're going to be high on frequency. And sometimes people think that you need to go to Monshasta or to Montserrat in Barcelona or these places. And sometimes in the cities, if you are perceiving the difference in energy, and it's one of the exercises that I learned from Vera with the Get Real retreats, that she's really making the people walk the streets of Amsterdam and stop in front of the Anne Frank house and feel the depressing energy there, the low densities, and then go to the Westerkerk Tower it's a high tower, Taurus, and feel that energies. And this neighborhood is for me really special. It's beautiful. And at the same time, there is a chemical plant here that they are doing additive for the gasoline, for the fuel. But I love this city. I love this.
That's a great point. That's a great point, though. That's a great point. I said it on the show a few times. When I went to New York City for 4 or 5 months, it's so many people and it's very dense, but I learned more about energy, and I found portals.
Yeah.
I found portals. I found portals in the city. They're everywhere. You can create your own portal. I remember. I remember. I remember. I had no money. I was dependent on the place that I was living. I was in a situation where the person that I was living with was basically using me. Was basically using me for Soulogy and their own exposure. I'm just going to be honest about it. And so what happened was I was stuck. I was in the city. I had no money. I would stay in my room all day long because I couldn't go anywhere. You know, if I get $1 or $2, I'd go get a slice of pizza. At that time, we never received any contributions from people. I wouldn't ask. You know, it just was. I don't know. That's just where we're at. And then one night, I walked out to the back. It was in the middle of the Bronx, right? And I walked out to the back of the apartment building. Rats are running around. And there was 3 trees. And I just said to the universe, you know, I'm used to being in the forest or on the beach or somewhere with nature. And I just said, this is my forest. This is my nature. This is my universe, these 3 trees. And I said, you know, please, will you help me? I want to do work. I want to help the collective. I want to help the world. And you know that I ended up going to sleep, and then my alarm went off on my phone, and I looked at it, and somebody had sent $1,000. And Soulogy had never gotten a contribution of more than $20 or $30 at the time. Probably hadn't got a total of more than $500 total in 6 or 7 years. So yeah, you're right. You know what? That's a great lesson. If I remember anything today, that's the thing to remember. We can create a portal anywhere we want. In fact, that's really what we need to be doing, because really 5D should be a portal everywhere, right? Always.
Basically, the difference between walking the city, any city or this planet, and in 3D, 4D, and 5D is that in 5D you know that this is a video game. So like every video game, like in Mario, you have the pipes that you can jump in the pipes and appear in another place.
Yeah.
But obviously you are aware and you are looking for that. You are looking for the energies. You are looking for that special tree, that special cave, that special mountain, and you are feeling when you are not invited to a place where you are invited. And I love that yesterday on the call with Vera, you say that thing, that the click between you and I, and
Yeah.
because it's really similar experience. And when I met Vera, I invited to my house a poor influencer, that ladies on Instagram with 300,000 followers, that she doesn't know how to do the live and then and I want to help everybody, so I invited her to live in my house, and she was using me. She was absolutely using me. And I was not seeing, and she was stealing me money, and I did not have money, and the few money that I had, she stole me like 2,000 euros, something like this. It was completely crazy, the situation, and I was doing everything for her, and she was treating me like shit. Like, you have to be my manager, you have to create my career, and blah 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 blah, until thanks God Vera appeared in my life, and Vera told me, you create the situation, guy. It's an opportunity to you to learn about self-respect, to put yourself first, and don't let that these parasites come to your life. So until you say, no, I don't allow that situation anymore, it's going to continue. People are going to suck in your energy until the moment that you set your boundaries. And in that moment, I say to her, to the lady, hey, today at 2 p.m., I want you outside of the house. And at 2 p.m., she was cooking. And I said, what are you doing? I told you pack everything and I want you outside of the house. No, it's okay. And I'm gonna leave tomorrow because I want to cook and I want to do some stuff this afternoon. I said, what? No, you have 1 hour. You are the girlfriend of some important DJs. You have a lot of friends. It's out. You are not gonna suck any more my energy. And that situations, it's like the monsters of the levels that we have to go through to understand later what all the other people are going through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And Vera was talking about it yesterday about not being in a situation where you're dependent.
Yeah.
That you're not going to compromise. And this is an energy we're talking about. This is an energy that's an imbalanced energy, and it's creating some misunderstandings, some chaos, as we all kind of flower and blossom. There should be no force. There should be no agitation. There should be no stress. There should be no tension. There shouldn't be. And if I have tension, if I have stress, if I have worries, and they're not dissipating, and they're not going away, and they're not getting smaller and smaller and smaller, I'm the problem. It's my problem. It's my responsibility, no matter who I'm dealing with, no matter what's going on. Now, if I keep getting pressure from somewhere, if I keep getting pressure, then this is creating difficulty for us all, because we have to make these choices. And we were talking about that yesterday with Vera. We have to make these choices like you did with the lady, or I did with my friend in New York City, or I even had people at my house in Houston before I left Houston in October 2016. I took in a friend from Facebook who was homeless. I gave her a bedroom, a bathroom, privacy. I offered some other things up, and the day came when that person came in and said, "What is going on in this house?" Because I had allowed somebody else to come in who was homeless, who was from Sweden and went to New York City. And some man took all of her money. And she said, "What am I going to do?" I said, "Why don't you come over here until you can figure it out?" So I brought her in, gave her a bedroom. And the other one came down and said, "What is going on here? I don't like this." I said, "Wait a minute. This is my place. This is my house. I'm helping her like I helped you." And so I basically said, "If you don't like it, you can leave." And then a week later, I had to tell the other one too, because the other one said, I moved in the big room and I'm not moving out. And I mean, what? Like, I don't know. Anyway, my point is, we're going to have to, it's not going to be pretty and comfortable as we honor ourselves. We cannot blossom and flower and grow if we don't have, what did Vera say yesterday? In other words, the self-appreciation. You know what I mean? The self-value. That's what she said. The self-value. If we don't value ourselves, we're going to be in these imbalanced connections. And if we have one here, we're not going to have perfect ones over here. They're all going to be imbalanced, every one of them. We have to honor ourselves. And we're actually, when we honor ourselves, we're honoring the other person.
Your freedom, it's for free. But you only have to choose yourself always first. Because there is one thing in the source code that for fast forward, that it's so beautiful, that everything happens for you, not to you. So it doesn't matter if you understand that everything is holographic and everything it's a personage of your story. If everything is for you, it's an opportunity to go through that personage of that level of the video game and put yourself first. Because we learn that we have to do it for the others. It has to be a mission. It has to be effortless. It has to be, with effort, because if there is no pain, no gain, it's all this shit.
Yeah.
And you just say it shouldn't be. It's only when it is. And you are feeling from here that this is the easy thing. But obviously, all the gurus there are saying to you, no, you have to effort and focus and do it hard. Yeah. I let all for them.
No.
All for them. I did it and I almost died. So I don't want to.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, our choice it's understanding the laws of the universe and loving this experience. I love that the opportunity that the lady in my home gave me to put myself first. And from that moment, you are not you're doing the high. You are not able to go back. Obviously, I needed the energy of the support of Vera, because sometimes we need support from the others, not guidance. It's just support with a few clues of what to do, because sometimes you are so blindfolded that we are not seeing the what it's in that moment, because we are trapped in the loop, and we are not able to take the choice by ourselves. But the freedom to take the choice that it's yourself first, it's always there and for free.
Yeah.
The expensive option, it's not to try to put yourself first.
Well,
That's the really expensive one.
yeah, and you know, I got to say that, you know, I said it yesterday, you know, I mean, Morgan and I look at y'all and we can relate so much, right? I mean, you guys, you went to the mountains, she went to Shasta. You're living and loving large and extraordinary universe. And then you go back home and you have 20 euros. And you integrated with that. You just accepted that. You dealt with that, and you held space. And she, you know, she had to adjust, and she held space, and you had to adjust. And that's how this thing works. It works through this self-value that she was talking about. Which, when you have that value, then you can actually have it for somebody else. I just hit this a few days ago. We've gone through the same type of stuff you have. You know, we're actually freeing up. You know, we're not forcing, we're not controlling, we're not allowing pressure to get to us, people that pressure us, and we're not doing it. We're holding this space, the individual and then the couple, right? And I went through something, and it wasn't a big bad one. I didn't get fired. Well, I almost did. But I woke up and I projected. And then I came out and I went up the hill, and by the time I got to the top of the hill, I said, "Oh, I projected." And I was on the road to recovery, you know. And I got to tell you, you know, it's early in the morning and I'm going to say almost anything, but I shifted over 4 or 5 days. And the night that I shifted totally, I have had many intimate, sacred sexual experiences with Morgan. But I got to tell you, I had the most incredible, I don't even know if I could ever even, I don't even know what to say. I had the most incredible sacred sexual intimacy. It was literally interdimensional. It was multidimensional, but at the core of it was Todd the human and Morgan the human.
Beautiful.
And that's it. You know, that's absolutely it. And the other thing I wanted to tell you too, we ran into this person a couple of nights ago who's been watching Soulogy and who wants to help. And we had a conversation with this person. And the whole time we're having a conversation, her face is morphing and the camera's doing funny things and the voice is going in and out. And there's all these like kind of like electronic sounds coming through, digital. But this person said something. It was almost like being in a session, like with an energy worker, you know, and they were the practitioner and me and Morgan were the client. It was almost that weird. It was almost like the whole universe was speaking to us. And this person said to us, "It's time. It's time. All of your aspects, everything that you are is in agreement and it has aligned. The only thing that's been not in alignment is the ego." She said, "The ego is now accepting and in agreement." And I thought, what? Wow. Think about that. Think about that. The one thing that stops us, and it's not a bad thing, it's us. It's who we are. It's part of who we are. And I thought about how profound that was. And I thought to myself, yeah, is my ego okay with me living in a nice place one day and having a swimming pool and doing the job I love doing and making music at night and having my kids come see us and traveling? Is my ego okay with all that? Yeah, my ego's okay with all that. Welcome to the family, you know? I thought that was so profound, you know?
Everybody is in the spiritual journey, trying to kill the ego.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it, because what it's going to be about you after. Okay, I completely get the point of John McIntosh, and I love it a lot, that everything is virtuality and everything is the self, but at the end there is the player in the self.
Yeah.
And the player have an identity. And one thing better always it's about that it's, if you are attached to that identity and you're able to let go. And I want to say two things about what you said. I love Vera yesterday said 20 euros in your account don't gonna fool you. She
Right.
told me, don't let that 20 euros in the account gonna fool you, because you know why. The moment that you know why you are here and what you're doing, and you feel that it's completely right, it's not possible that anything is going to be wrong. So it was really, she told me that she wanted my birthday surprise being feeling limitless, but inside her it was a part of Vera that was feeling that she was afraid that maybe Agusti is going to spend so much, and then we're not going to arrive to the until the next payment of the next donation of our first patron. So, and obviously, if you are afraid of something, it's going to manifest, and it was perfectly manifesting. And then it was a problem with the credit cards, and suddenly the account goes to 20 euros. And it was absolutely perfect, because Vera told me something beautiful. She told me, today I kill that other Vera that was suffering for money, controlling that Vera that all of us have a part that it's like, what are you saying? Are you going to go there and you're going to spend all the money and not paying debts and not thinking on what is next and once thinking how you're going to live? You're going to finish your place to be in 31st of July. You know, the moment that Vera and the call, suddenly the application of of our bank, suddenly it was a make something strange, and suddenly appeared money there automatically. The money that it was the wrong mistake, it was there. Today it was two proposals of ladies that listened the show. One's offering a house for a month in Germany, another one's offering a house in Geneva for a month. Today we had a call with the people for Brazil, and it looks like everything that it was still the last steps of the trip, that it was bringing the dogs there, that for us is like our kids. It's solved. So and the magic star shining again there in Brazil. So it's, you need to go through that things, because it's an opportunity. It's not like, oh, that money or not. It's an opportunity to see it, to feel it, and to realize what part of the ego still try to control things. But ego, if it's not nothing, no, I'm not feeling that it's nothing wrong, and then it's that it's the moment. But every day is the moment.
Yeah.
It's that adventure, that fun. And
Yeah.
what Vera said yesterday about compromising ourselves, what I felt in the mountains is that, hey guy, Agusti, 40 years, you spent 20 years in front of the computer developing and creating fast forward, and you completely, in 20 years, you just went twice to do alpinism. Hey, that's not feeling right if you have to be being the Jesus carrying everything and pulling the wagon. It's not right. It's not right. And I think that we talk about John McIntosh said, can you please put the neutral gear and let go the wheel, the steering wheel, and just also the autopilot. Don't tell anything to that automatic Tesla. Let the universe bring you to some place. But that, it's absolutely fucking scary for everybody.
Yeah.
And people with kids more. People with kids, it's obviously it's more difficult.
Yeah.
And yesterday it came somebody on the team came to visit us, and she came from the shamanistic world for 20 years. And in the shamanistic rituals, there is something about protecting the children and that. And she asked, oh, Agusti, how are you doing with opening the project to more people? How are you thinking to protect the project? And are you scared about the people going to change that project and say, this is not my project anymore? I was doing that stuff of pulling the wagon during 20 years because it's what we learned that we have to do. We have to pull to make it happen. But now, lady, it's your project. It's my project, your project, it's the project, it's Vera's project. Now it's the moment of all together, we're just going to work and have fun on that. So
that's a great point.
There is nothing to protect, because what you are doing, Todd and Morgan, what we are doing, it's for the greater good. So there is no option that the God that never make a mistake, never send somebody to destroy you, and you have to protect. That is in a dual wall in 3D and 4D. Yeah, there is a lot of protect, there is a lot of duality, there is fears, but in 5D there is nothing to protect.
I know, and you know what? A big part of we'll call it 5D, right? Whatever. A big part of it, yeah, a huge part. Actually, every self-value is when you have the value, or whatever your value is for yourself, is what your value is going to be for everything outside of you, for every person, for every project, right? I cannot love you or value you more than I value myself. I can only know, right? I cannot love the universe more than I love myself. I can say it, but the fact is I'm not doing, you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is, as we're learning service to self-value, as we're learning that, as we're raising that up, it automatically translates to my friend Agusti, and it translates to the project Fast Forward, or the project Soulogy, right? Because service to the collective is the same. It just works that way. The math works that way in this 5D. When I serve myself, it automatically is equaled in my service to the collective. So it's a big
yourself.
Yes,
yourself.
that's right. You can't. That's right.
The other way around, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work, because it's just an excuse. Oh, I did this for you. I did this for you, so you better love me. Or I did this for, that's that conditional love. You're right. You have to love you. Yeah.
You are not here to serve the others.
No.
You are serving the others by doing what you love the most.
That's right. And when you do that, and that's what I'm saying, when you do that, you automatically serve the others. So just to say, I wanted to say it's a big part of this. It's actually all the same thing. But what I'm trying to say is so projects and collaboration and co-creation is 5D. But you have to do it yourself first, for yourself. But what I'm trying to say is the two things that you brought up, right? Two things that come to mind. One of them is 5D is not about ordering people around. It's not about you need to go do this and you need to go do that. It's not about that. 5D is about, if you see something needs to be done, don't complain about it, go do it. It's all about responsibility, self-responsibility. It's not about judging other people and saying, oh, you don't do this and you don't do that and you need to, bullshit. It's about you. If you see something needs to be done and it's that important, go do it. Okay. And then the other thing is give it up. Okay. I know what you're talking about. I didn't have what happened to you 2 years ago, but I got, at 36, 37, after many years, I got really fat. The skinny Mexican got really fat. I was like 250 pounds almost. I was very unhealthy. I was not in good shape. I was not in good shape. I had chronic debilitating back problems for 12 straight years. I couldn't even get off airplanes. They'd have to get a wheelchair, And so then I carried that energy into Soulogy, and a few months ago, I learned to let it go, to let everything go, because it's not my project anymore. It's a collective project. And when I say collective project, I mean more the non-physical energy of everything and everyone that comes into contact with it, not the old 3D stuff, but the actual holding the field of openness and expansion and serving and love and whatever you want to call it. That's what I see. So it's more of like handling or integrating or being familiar with or sensitive to the energies versus the actions of the human, that conditional love. I did this, so you owe me that kind of thing. This is a different ballgame. And like Vera said yesterday, well, the only way we're going to find out is to do it. And if we're doing anything that we were doing before, it's not going to work. you know, just like your corporate career. All that stuff is not going to work. I looked at your pictures yesterday to try to find some pictures. I saw you all handsome with shaven and with the tie on and the limos, and you know, that world's over.
Yeah, it's so. If somebody asks me what is the weight, my body's not on 5D, and at the end it doesn't care. It's 5D. It's how you behave in this planet. Just is that it's important. There is two Agustis, completely different ones, and I am not able to recognize myself in that photos. I know that it's myself, but it's for me the catalyst was the almost that experience and the twin flame and everything together, but I'm completely a new person. Beta's a new person. If you look at the Beta photos when she was in the business world, oh my God, I'm not able to recognize her. I will not date that lady. It's completely different lady, but it's only going through the process that you can rebirth. As you say, as Beta said yesterday, and you were talking about it, rebirth in the same body.
Yeah.
Crystalline seeing it, I don't know if I'm crystalline or not, if these bodies continue expanding, the DNA is changing. It's not my thing. I'm focusing in other things. I'm feeling a lot of transformations in my body. My ass is changing. I'm tanned without going in the sun. There is a lot of things. But for me, it's when you are able to walk that talk, to be in that Christ consciousness frequency, that it's so beautiful that you are doing what you love, that you are talking your truth, no matter the consequences.
Yeah.
Because the
That's
word,
right. That's right.
the word that I found that a few days in the mountains with another friend, it's like, we are acting conditional, that if TTT, if this, then that we talked last time, because the consequences. The tool of being conditional, it's because there is always consequences. And every time that we are thinking on, I'm not going to do what I want, because it's that consequence that later, then we are suppressing an emotion, and that is storage in the body, and that it's the things that we are going to purging and releasing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That like we were talking yesterday with Vera, that emotion is that's what's fascinating. You know, it's like the ego too. You know, like, well, the way we treated the ego and the way we treated emotions, and that was, I don't want to be sad. It's a bad thing. I don't want to be angry. It's a bad thing. The ego is a bad thing. And these are actually, the ego is the emotions, I guess, or there's some kind of relationship there. And these are actually the elixir, you know, it's like like a car. When you start the car, it's the igniter of a type of manifestation and creativity that I will say it, that the universe has never seen, you know, because this isn't, we're doing something as far as we know, and it doesn't even matter. It's that what matters is we figured it out. We figured it out that the ego is me. You know, I want to change the hashtag now, instead of the human is the hero to the ego is the hero.
Yeah.
Seriously. I don't know about you. Okay, Luke, you.
The first one, because everybody, all the spiritual thing is against the ego. Kill your ego, because the ego is bad. Obviously, there is ways to behave that we attach to that. That's being egoistic. But if you go to the egoistic, is put yourself first always, and that society, this video game, say that it's wrong, that you have to do it for the collective. But sorry. If you are ill, if you are depressed, if you are without forces, if you are stuck, if without scarcity, you can't do anything for the others. Only when you are shining and when you are happy, and then we're going to talk about the music, only when you are in a high frequency, you can inspire the others. You can be there for the others.
Yeah.
I love that the lady that is with us these days, she's having doubts about what she's going through, and it's you just because you experience it and you are there, and they saying, oh, and what about that feeling that I'm having in? So, oh yeah, we start. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's the moment that people come to you and you are just sharing what you're experiencing. You don't need to teach. You don't need to, just sharing your experience is the only thing that we can do. It's the best guidance, because that's true, that's authentic, that's nothing that you learn in some course and somebody give you a certificate. That's your true live, and that is the most inspiring frequency that you can share with somebody.
Yeah.
That's for me, that if you go to a course, how to be a coach and how to get your career, all of that, it's learned, not experienced. And only the true things experienced are the ones that inspire the others, and give them the dare to live and try. That's the most authentic thing, because at the end, everybody needs to experience by themselves. This video game, nobody can play for you the Mario.
I know, right?
Nobody.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
You can?
What? No.
Can you hear it? Can you hear music?
No, I'm
You
not.
can't.
But probably people are listening.
No, let's see. I'm testing something. Let me so we can know what to do. Hang on. Can you hear that? No?
No music.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out later.
Not me, but maybe the rest of the people are listening.
No, you would be able to hear it. You would be able to hear it. No, keep going. Yeah. No, I know, man. I thought we were going to play music, but this is better.
I can play from the computer.
No, this is better. This is actually better because look, I mean.
But we can talk about music and frequencies and dimensions and influx and the data points from that Jason Easton's explained and all of that. We can talk, and then people can go to the. You can add the links of the SoundCloud, and then people can go and experience by it themselves.
Yeah. But I really like to, like we talked about, I like to cultivate a show where we actually, and we can do it. We can do it. I just have to get up at 7:30 in the morning. And I didn't have everything ready. And it's okay, because and that's the thing too, right? It's like, you just get up and you give it your best shot. One of the things that frustrates me, and it's my problem, right? One of the things that frustrates me is in collaboration, in co-creation, I don't have a problem with constructive criticism. I don't. I never really have, okay? Because I'm critical of myself, but that's even old. That's old. That brings you down anyway. Is that, look at all the stuff that we've done. Look at everything that Fast Forward's done. Look at everything that Soulogy's done, or look at anything that anyone's done in their own right. Look at what they've produced. Look at what they've created from original, intuitive thought, right? Why are we looking at all the stuff that isn't right? Why are we looking at what's not right? Why are we comparing it to anything that we've achieved before or someone's achieved before? I don't give a shit, okay? I don't. I'm not looking for, and here's the other thing. Why would we appraise or rate or value our achievement based on 3D definitions? Oh, well, how many likes do you have? Or how many records did you sell? Or how many views did you get? Who cares? I thought, for instance, that Soulogy, and it might be one day, I don't know. I thought it would be multiple channels, that you could get to on your handheld, that you could push a button for Agusti's music channel or Todd's SoulSpeak channel or whatever. That's what I saw. That's what I thought it was supposed to be. And then I realized, you know what? This person was inspired. They started their own channel. This person started their own channel. This person started their own channel. And the message just keeps getting out there. That's 5D. It's already happened. It's already happened. Why should I judge anything that I'm working on or achieving based on the stuff that that we know is not real, that stopped us and hindered us and hurt us and maligned us and made us ill and contributed to all that stuff? I'm with you, man. It's a free-flowing thing. It's you get up in the morning and you go for it. You just go for it.
And you value what you already did. Yeah. So there is two things that first, observe nature, observe the God's plan, the universe, the source plan, whatever you want to say it. Do you think that you did all of this run until today and suddenly everything is going to fall apart? No. It's not possible. It's nonsense. Energy, the universe never put energy in something and then let kill that thing and stop. Also, the things that we did in the past, they're going to serve us for the next levels, for sure.
Yeah.
And the second, there is a Catalan maestro, that one of the best violoncello, cellist, the string instrument, the cello. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with Pau Casals, Catalan, and he had a trick that when with his students, he only was saying what they were doing good. So
Yeah.
that's really good. That's really good. Never say that's wrong. Never.
Yeah.
He only was encouraging what was good, what was the progress. Never mistakes. Why? Because when you are with an attitude that focus on what is the good, that person goes to repeat more that pattern, and then with the practice, the mistakes, they're going to disappear. The what you are still doing wrong, it's going to disappear automatically, because you're going to end being a virtuoso of the good things that you are doing, and then your passion, your talents, your what you are really good, your technique, it's going to grow. But if you focus on that, it happened to me on the piano, on the first course, wrong, 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 wrong.
Yeah.
And I stopped,
Yeah.
because if everything is wrong, it's what it's fun, what it's
Yeah.
what it's the beauty of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm with you too, you know. Okay. I don't want to offend anybody, but I think it's important. I think the most important thing we can do is have conversations like this. And I don't mean one conversation that everybody listens to. I mean all the conversations we can have, heart to heart, soul to soul, honestly, with nothing being repressed or suppressed or put down or held in. Honoring emotions. You know, hey, Agusti, I'm upset, you know, or whatever the case is, right? But at the same time, I'm really tired of talking, you know, and I don't mean that. I mean, I know that's part of my role or whatever I chose to do or however you want to put it, but I'm really tired of talking. I want to get on with living, you know. I feel like that I want to just live. I want to go to the beach with Morgan. I want to, try to make love to Morgan. I want to go surfing. I want to go fishing. I want to travel. I want to create. What's there to talk about? You know, I mean, I understand. I'm not taking anything away from Jason. He's got great information, data points, or even my beloved sister Amanda. This is what's coming in, and I think it takes all those pieces. But I'm just speaking from my own perspective. Like I really think that the less we say now, the better off we are. The more we talk, the more we F it up. You know, it's like, let's go do something. Let's go dancing. Let's go move. Let's go take a walk. Let's go take a ride. Let's do something, you know? Yeah.
I am sitting in this neighborhood, and suddenly this is a whole neighborhood in Amsterdam. And we were in the Bastard Bear and I, and we were designing the plan for this neighborhood with the contacts we have on the city council, with the former boss of Beta, with the good contacts, with the partners, and suddenly Beta was with an Intel like, oh, that name, a guy from America that is an expert real estate guy who, with investments of 1 billion in districts, that he's completely doing amazing things with art and culture. He's the guy who elevates the people in America. It's not the number one right now. It's amazing. And Beta said, we have everything. And then we said, okay, now it's perfect. It's all the ingredients, the plan is there. What are we going to do? We're going to sit here in Amsterdam and we're going to spend 2 years putting all the people together and matching that. What is the magic on that? What is the thing on that? Yesterday, Beta was like, hey, I'm fed up of this wall. I am doing everything for all the people. I create the webpack experience. I put all the money there, and I have 20 euros in the account. And I also made it for you, Agusti. I made the best birthday present ever for you. Who's taking care of me? And she just like the little girl that now she wants to go to do kitesurf.
Yeah.
So it's like you can go to the best provinces in Brazil or in New York or in Geneva, whatever. She just wants adventures and fun. And
right.
that doesn't that she's going to stop doing that, because she loves she this morning we had 2 meetings with people and she loved what we are doing. But it's like not anymore a 9 to 5 thing. Because if you are not in that joy frequency that you are enjoying and feeling limitless, so you are making love and you're going to restaurant and you're going to the beach and you're having surf, how the hell you're going to explain to people that what is right frequency if you are not in a frequency of limitless and abundance? And yeah, I have to do the walk in the morning in the beach, like I'm abundance, I'm abundance. That's the ego abundance. Okay? The abundance that you don't need to ask.
That's right. That's right. Like that's like the secret, like law of attraction, you know, like positive affirmations. And you know what? Maybe that worked at one time. But I really believe that when you're doing the things that you're talking about, you don't have to tell the universe anything. You don't have, like, the universe knows, you know what I mean? Like, the universe knows, and I don't need to, like, stress about it. I don't even need to think about it. All I got to do is just keep having that adventure. Yeah.
It's seriously, if you imagine that the Stephen Hawking or anybody or Jesus came to you and asked what you are doing. Oh, I'm explaining to the universe what I want. It's seriously, the universe is you. You don't need to tell anything.
That's right.
Your thoughts. You are the universe, and it's tuning in that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's. I remember in January that we were in Bera skiing, and in that moment it was like, oh, but we don't have any more budget. Yeah, but we are in a business trip in Munich. We're gonna go to the Alps because Bera really wanted to show me her favorite ski station in a glacier. And we said, oh, maybe we're going to be able to arrive back home. She said, doesn't matter. We have to fill there. And in the rental space for skis, they offered us skis that cost 1,200 euros for 50 euros to try it. Oh my God. You know how happy I was with the sensation of skiing with that skis? When you are like, wow, I'm feeling, we had joy. We had the best ski day of my life. So I don't care if that week I have to eat rice during the whole week. I don't care. But if I'm counting spaghettis like that, explain my story, it's how the hell are you going to convince anybody that you have a project that you're going to transform the planet if you are not living that thing? And I'm not saying that you have to go driving a Ferrari all day or flying in a private jet. That's the good thing, unless that the private jet is a tool for you.
Well, yeah. It's like, okay, it's like, I got to do this so I can get that. You know, that whole mentality. I've got to go work 8 to 5 so I can get this check for $300. Yeah. I got to do this. And it's an energy. It's like a pattern, a loop. And this is what we're breaking away from. I don't got to do anything. I don't have to do nothing. I'm going to wake up this morning.
You are in Hawaii. You are in Hawaii.
I know. Yeah.
What the hell stop you to go and take the surfboard and do surf?
I know. So the sharks.
Okay, if it's shark season, yeah, but if you're afraid of the sharks,
I know. I have a thing in my head where I know this is crazy. I actually have this thing in my head now. I'm much older. I'm probably like 10 or 15 years older, where I'm actually surfing on a surfboard and there's sharks swimming with me. I don't know if that's going to happen, but anyway, I'm making a joke. Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah. When the day that I was counting meals to, okay, I have 15 days more of food and then it's over. And that day I drank a Campari orange to feel self-confidence and to feel the joy to be able to talk with that super CEO. Because if I felt that energy, that feeling of the all Agusti, because you are like counting spaghettis, how many days I have of food. And at the end it's, who cares? If you're gonna die, if to live a 9 to 5 life, I prefer to jump on the water.
Yeah.
I'm not able to go back to a 9 to 5 life. Oh, but Agusti, what is going to happen with your pension and your retirement? Pension, Agusti, retirement? I retired. I say to myself 20 years ago that I'm going to be retired in the 40s. And now I'm doing not anymore a job. I don't have a job anymore. I'm feeling an artist.
Yeah.
That's not a job.
No.
It's art. It's building a new wall. It's a game. It's not a job. If you still feel that you have a job or a mission, ask yourself why you think that it's a mission and for who's the mission and why you want to prove to anybody.
Yeah, that's right.
The moment that I am Tom Medina, and this is my game and this is my show. Come to my show, say your experience. That is, oh my God, that is energy.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a retirement. I don't have nothing. I mean, in the old world, but you know, this is.
You have yourself. You are authentic.
I know. This is crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like watching you guys. Like I was just saying, I've learned so much. Morgan and I both look at y'all and we're like, they're doing it. You know, they're doing it and doing it. You know, like you said, you were gonna. I was gonna do the same thing. You were gonna do all this, and at 40, do what you want, retire, have a yacht, live in the French Riviera, but you know, like I was telling Vera yesterday, you know, we could do it the old way, and we know the emotions got us, you know, by the neck, you know, like they got us by the neck, like, you know, or we can do it the new way, and the emotions are still going to be there, like with Vera yesterday when you got fired and she cried for 4 hours. But I'd rather do that. I'd rather be, you know, I'd rather have that self-value. And like, you know, like she was saying yesterday, and the lady that I told you about that called us about the ego being in agreement now and acceptance. This is our family, man. You know, sadness and a little bit of, you know, anger. I mean, this is all within self-responsibility of the soul, but all of these emotions are actually, you know, they're actually the grind, you know, like when you polish a diamond, you know, this creates the friction so we can, but if you don't deal with them, if you don't own them, if you don't utilize them for that friction, you know, the diamond's going to stay dull. You know, I mean, we're diamonds, man. We're like, you know, we're like diamonds. We're like Lucy in the sky with diamonds, you know, like, I mean, this is anything goes. This is amazing what's happening, but it's so new and so fresh. It's, you know, like yesterday we drove the entire island all day long yesterday, all day long. We've had this car that was gifted to us. I turned the air conditioner on when we got it, and the lady said the air conditioner doesn't work. And I turned it on and it didn't work. I tried it for a couple of days. Yesterday, Morgan took this kid to go to the bank, you know, one of the people that lives on the farm. And he said, what's going on with the air conditioner? He pushed the button and the air conditioner's working now perfectly. So we drove the whole island. And I was telling Morgan, this is the first time I've been driving around this island yesterday, right? That I don't have a worry. I'm not thinking about, oh my God, how are we going to do this or how are we going to do that? I wasn't thinking about any of that. We were just driving around, looking at places we've never been, exploring, and just I don't know how to explain it, but it was like, it literally is like a new world, like a new world.
A new thought.
A new thought.
The moment that you kill the how in your brain, that's the I think it's all of the ascension. I don't care if I'm gonna fly or not, and if we got whatever we're gonna eat. The moment that you kill the how, that is your mind asking all the time. Yeah. That's the next step. It's a tipping point, because it's the how all the time. It's like it's what better yesterday. How is 20 euros we're gonna go? Because she really wanted to be in a dinner with her father, and she don't wanted to cancel the dinner with the father and say, hey, I only have 20 euros. Obviously, it's the proud thing.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be there.
Yeah.
With the normal magic in our life, because when you stop the how, magic is the normal in your life.
That's right. And you know what? I just remembered last night, this lady that I don't know sent me a video and said she watched and Vera might check her message request on Facebook. You know, the one where you got the other inbox.
Yeah.
This lady sends us a video and says, hello, Todd and Morgan. Thank you for everything that you're doing. I was just watching with the show with Vera, and she said, and I heard her and Agusti were going to go on the road with 20 euros. And she said, I live in Germany, and I have a beautiful place with a flat that I'm going to send them a message and tell them that they can come stay here. And we're both like going, but the heart was speaking from this lady who we didn't even know. And That's the energy. That's it right there.
And only happens when you dare to be vulnerable and explain that.
Yeah.
Because usually what we learn is shut up, and you are at home depressed and fighting with your couple and whatever, and don't wanting to confront and with a lot of shame about the situation because you build that situation, and that's not right in the society. But then if you say, hey, this is going to happen, it's what we did with also with the Brazil. Hey, there is these two little things that we need to solve for go there because we don't want to be leave the dogs behind, and suddenly there is no doubt about it. They solve the situation. So it's really it's exactly, and it's from the heart. It's people acting from the heart.
Yeah.
And when we are realizing, if you want to see somebody in 5D, it's when people is acting from the heart.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the,
right.
The 5D tribe, for me, it's not about how much you know about the Kundalini, how much you know about the Galactians, how much you know about how deep is the end of the universe, or how deep is the rabbit hole.
That's right. That's right.
Show me people acting from the heart every day.
Yeah.
Show me people that not talk like Jesus.
Yeah.
Show me people that act like Jesus.
Yeah. That's a good one. But you know what? I think if you look back at the awakening, the first part of the awakening, at least for me, and a lot of the people I observed, was the truth, like 9/11, you know, and like JFK. Okay, so that was the first part.
The Matrix,
right. So that was so that was the first part, and then you get down the path a little bit, and that stuff you don't need it anymore, right? You don't need it anymore. You're awake now. And so the second part is that we have chakras, there's Kundalini, that we're probably seeded from galactic, and there's multiple dimensions, and we have these experiences, and you know, and I wake up with a dragon on my chest, a dragon, my wife turns into a dragon, and all these things happen, right? But like you said, all that stuff is just the second part of awakening. And now the third part is this. That's what it is. Right.
Because what thing people happen, that there is a point that you can go deep and deep and deep and endlessly deep in that second part.
Yeah.
And then you're trapped. Yeah. And that doesn't matter if it's a dragon, if it's an Arturian, if it's a Kundalini. The only thing is the moment that you also, as you said yesterday, that it was so funny, that neither Jesus you can go neither Jesus to the other side. No, you neither can take Jesus to the other side, because it's you.
That's right.
Having the frequency of the Jesus on the other side, and the other side there is not anymore. No, it doesn't matter if you still believe in, because you believe in. I believe in the Zeitgeist movie that I watched to get the beginning of the awakening with the fake money and everything, religions all together. Yeah, I started that, but that doesn't. I'm not anymore sharing everything that on Facebook.
Yeah,
that it was a point, a catalyst to start. Matrix was a point to start. Then it's all the dimensions, energies, and you know, I don't care if everything that, including everything that Vera explained about the dimension, it's just a narrative. It's just a narrative.
That's right. And you know what?
The wall where the people that are living here are living according to that frequency, high frequency. And I don't care if the people doesn't know that they are in a high frequency, but they are living it from the heart, because I'm feeling a lot of that lady in Brazil who she doesn't know about technique stuff about universe, but during 10 years she was building a whole place for a greater God. Being judged and everybody was joking that this woman is crazy, and she didn't know what she was doing, and now she understands what she was doing. She was being the inspiration for the family, inspiration for everybody, that you have a blind faith in what you're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is really inspiring. Obviously, people are telling you what you're doing. It's crazy. Because if not, it's going to be easy. If nobody tell you that what you're doing, if people think that what you're doing makes sense, is that you are not doing 5D enough or brave enough or whatever. It makes sense for the 3D people, what you're doing. It's not yet the ultimate thing that you're going to do. You are not yet your absolute artist version of yourself. only when don't make sense to anybody. And then it's the moment that the parents of Vera or my parents start to say, hey, you know what? It don't make sense what you are doing, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is what it matters, no?
That's right. Well, that's right. That's where we're at. Part one's over. Part two's over. We can't even take Jesus with us. We can't take Archangel Michael with us. We can't take it. That's all just part of the narrative, like you said, and it's time to move on. We've got 5 more shows today. I still need some more coffee. We have a show in 10 minutes. I love you, brother. I want to do it again. We'll mix the music in. We'll figure out how to do it. And we'll just create it. We don't have to officially have a channel 2 of music and dance. We can just we're
gonna talk tonight about the thing after the shows.
Yeah. That sounds good.
And the good thing is I'm in the middle of nowhere with a cell phone, using internet with a laptop. So doesn't matter if we're traveling. We're gonna do exactly the same. So
right. Well, are y'all traveling tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow.
All right. We'll talk later then.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.